Welcome back to Full Beans. On today's episode, Silverstone's tickets are stuck in neutral, Red Bull loses its wings, and the Spanish Grand Prix. Oh! Welcome to Full Beans!
My name is Ozzy. This is David. Frankie over there in the corner. If you haven't done before, I don't know what you're doing. Make sure you like, subscribe,
bell notification,
comment this video. This is the #1 racing show on the internet.
Now.
Okay, so make sure, I'm looking at you. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like it, okay? With that being said, we start off with the show. Silverstone, tickets stuck in neutral. We have tickets have not been selling at Silverstone. The next Oh, no, I don't think it's the next one. I think
It's Austria.
Let me check my calendar. You're right. Austria's the Red Bull is the next one.
Red Bull Ring.
But as we start this triple header, starting off with today, the Spanish Grand Prix, Silverstone is the last one ending this triple header. And there has been information that the tickets have not been selling. Is that applause?
Applause because the reason that I'm saying this is because finally we have the eyes are on ticket prices, because it feels like over here in the North American races, eyes have not been on the ticket prices in terms of like the global audience, because we've been over here just getting stabbed with these freaking ticket prices over here.
Yep.
And just absolutely gouged with the ticket prices. And finally, it looks like Silverstone, they've been shooting up a little bit. And then one of the F1's biggest races, biggest crowds of the year, they're fed up with it, which is good. We should take from a note from the British over there, and we should boycott these races because they're just ridiculous, the prices.
Yeah, so going to the ticket pricing, 3-day pass is costing roughly, over here we use dollars, $442 for a 3-day pass.
Which is crazy considering that's what it cost over here when it was cheap.
When it was cheap.
That's what it cost.
Yeah, that was a normal ticket price for Austin.
Yeah, for
Before
Austin. Mexican Grand Prix, the two that I went to before the ticket price surge, they were both 3-day passes and around $400.
Yeah, so now it looks like people are not buying tickets, being one reason of the ticket pricing. Hamilton has commented on this, that it's difficult for fans to attend with their families and to justify the cost of attending it, because that's just one person. If you have a family of 3, this ends up being like maybe $2,000, $3,000.
And that's one ticket over here.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one ticket over here, the $3,000, right? So now you're not able to take your family out to the races because they're getting so expensive. And especially compared to other races around Europe where they're so much cheaper, right?
I mean, Ozzy and I, we've done this before. We sat down, did the maths, as I like to say over there across the pond. Mm-hmm. We did the maths for every race on the calendar that year, whatever year we did it, U.S. averaging the highest cost. And we went to the Spanish Grand Prix on general admission, albeit general admission, 3-day passes, and they were like $150.
Yeah, they were more than, I would say, $200.
They were definitely less than $200 for a 3-day pass, and over here the general admission for New York, for Las Vegas, is $500.
Yeah,
for the 3-day pass, which they don't even have a lot of, so it's even hard to get those.
And there's not even good seating in the GA section,
so it's like
it's terrible.
I don't understand how we've been able to, like, I don't know why they've been able to get away with this. Like, we definitely have to, like, bring down these prices, like, so people can go. Like, people can't go.
It's definitely starting to become a luxury sport, not just to become a driver or try to get into the driving world, but now to even go watch the race in person, right? So it's crazy to see these prices that are going up. And I feel like the Silverstone Grand Prix is always in a good, exciting race. It's a historical track. There's always been big drama there, big incidents. I mean, Verstappen, Hamilton crashing, the Joe flipping over, so it's it's been an entertaining race weekend to watch. So back
I'm
to
happy there's a spotlight on there. I'm happy that we're talking about it. Hopefully we can force them to bring down these ticket prices across the board because it's crazy.
It's crazy, yeah. So I don't know what they need to do. I don't know why the cost is going up. Is there something else to make the race happen that the cost is going up?
No, it's just Netflix and
So-
the popularity rise and
So it's the demand.
and the greed.
And the
Oh,
greed,
okay,
especially
gotcha.
I think it's more the
race.
greed because clearly if they're not selling tickets, the demand isn't there.
So they're
The
taking
demand isn't there for tickets at that price.
yeah. So they're taking advantage of how many people want to come see the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
And these people are willing to pay these prices, right? So it sucks for the average person to go watch it because now it's getting really, really expensive. So hopefully this changes in the future. We move on now to a more exciting, controversial news for whatever team you support. Adrian Newey rumored going to Ferrari. He supposedly has accepted $105 million move to Ferrari for 3 years. Big number. If someone offered you $105 million, are you signing that dotted line?
Where do I sign?
Done deal, huh?
Unsigned, seal, delivered.
Holy moly, dude. So
Adrian Newey leaving Red Bull, as we know, as we talked about. Is Ferrari building a super team?
it looks like it, dude.
It looks like they're kind of going. They're trying to do like a experience and youth type of squad as currently I think with the signing of Hamilton and having Leclerc there, bringing in Newey. I mean, you're forming a super team right now.
Yeah, you are. You're forming a team, like you said. You're forming a team that's reliable, and then you got the experience on one hat. Oh, I'm getting in right now.
Breaking news.
Breaking news coming from our source.
News.
Jeremy Clarkson has just signed with Red Bull and is reportedly trading his farm shovel for a pen and notebook. Looks like he's ditching the tractor for a Formula One car. David, what do you give me your comment on this breaking news in right now? Jeremy Clarkson had gone to the same school with Adrian Newey. Adrian Newey copying Jeremy Clarkson's physics homework. So is Red Bull not now? Are they out of the? I guess.
The rut of losing Adrian.
Yeah, are they in a better end?
We were
spot now?
hoping. I think all F1 fans were hoping for this age of one dominant team to end. And it looks like it's just going to be extended with Jeremy Clarkson signing for
And it's
Red
going to
Bull.
get even better, having the number one
More
of the
domination.
of like the insanely GOAT car commentator that has ever lived.
So Red Bull loses one old British man for another old British man.
And I'm not saying that they'll be dominating on track, but they'll just have good YouTube videos, Instagram videos with Jeremy on board.
Amazon Prime, he's on Amazon Prime or something like that, right?
I mean,
Pick up,
Clarkson and Grand Tour both on Amazon.
bring up Clarkson F1 series, and let's see how funny that must be, dude.
So big news, Newey to Ferrari. Again, rumored, don't know if it's happening. It looks like it's happening. We saw a video of him signing a Ferrari flag. Does that seal the deal? Does that mean he's going? I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, if they're able to get Newey to Ferrari, it's gonna be huge, dude. Because Ferrari are already pretty strong. They have the financial backing behind them. So for them to just get a guy who knows what he's doing, huge, dude.
Yeah.
Huge. We move on now to the next thing. Frankie, thank you for reminding us. We almost missed one of the biggest segments here on the Full Beans Show.
It's been a busy month here at Full Beans.
Yeah.
So much
there's been lots of races going on. We're there. The beans have not all been at the same place at the same time.
Yeah.
So we have been. This is going to be a 1 week only exclusive, okay? Because this is the last week of the month, and we have yet to do the world famous Bottas calendar review. Frankie, take it away, please.
All right, let's go. So, yeah, unfortunately, it's only going to be 1 week. But to kind of cover for that, just rewatch all our episodes for this month's calendar.
What do we got? Again, this is a live reveal of the calendar. We here at Full Beans have not sneak peeked at the cheeks
So you're
So-
getting live reactions of what we're
Bring
getting.
the cheeks.
Let's see. For June, Bottas.
Frankie on the business end of that bike.
I don't know about you guys, but every month just keeps getting better and better.
Man, I can't wait till December.
Ah,
Oh, man, I'm sad we only have this up for a week.
What a
this is
shot,
shame.
dude.
Bottas, known
incredible.
cyclist, lover of the biking sports.
Hopefully,
Look at that.
Yeah. So also next week is gonna be another calendar review.
Next
next.
week, I think, should be.
And I think we still have 1 week, so you might
All
actually
right,
get
well,
on.
you might get 2 races out of it.
Okay.
We get 2
that-
races.
You get 2
Two
races.
races.
Yeah.
You get 2 episodes with that beautiful view
Yeah.
of the mountains, of the greenery, of the cheeks.
And doing one of his favorite activities,
One of his
biking out
favorite
there.
activities outside of Formula One racing.
He's a big biker.
Big coffee guy.
Yeah, so good to see that calendar review. Now we move on to the next thing. Another exciting kind of
Spin-off.
spin-off
Spin-off
side
and
quest.
and a yummy.
There you
Very
go.
yummy.
We
Thank
have
you.
here,
Yummy.
David. I don't know how to pronounce this. Go for it.
I think it's Lek. I don't know if it's Lek.
I believe it's Lek.
I think it's Lek.
Lec ice cream. Charles Leclerc came out with his own ice cream. I think it's vegetarian or healthy or something like that.
Vegan or
Vegan.
healthy
Like a vegan,
or
I believe.
low
You know,
calorie.
yeah.
I don't know what it is.
No cows were harmed in this ice cream making.
Well, not sure about that.
Okay. Well, grass-fed cows. I don't know.
I
But
don't
they
know,
came out
but-
with 5 flavors: vanilla love, salty caramel, swirly pistachio, peanut caramel tango, chocolate crunch.
And hold on, quickly. I think we
Go for it.
applaud Ozzy. That's been his hardest reading out loud
Yeah.
since high school.
As you know, ELD, to all those ELD students out there, I was with you on that pain, you know?
Anyways,
We made it out.
It was released a few months ago. Only in Italy, I guess, currently.
I think
Yeah.
what I tried to find online, it was only in Italy. Hopefully we get some over here. Hopefully we ship some over here to the Full Bean studio.
Maybe we can get some live taste test
Test
reactions on here.
Yeah, let's see if we can make that happen.
Maybe,
Shipping costs is
Leclerc
gonna be
or
crazy.
Ferrari could slap a few over here to our.
Maybe
way.
they could be our first sponsor.
They would be
They
first
would.
sponsor.
We would drown a whole tub of
Yeah, well, I
Lec
would-
ice cream.
I would, those the little games where you throw the ball and it hits the target and the guy gets dropped into the water.
Yeah.
Give us a big one of those. All 3
big-
of us will sit
big
there.
tub.
Big tub of ice cream and get someone to hit it and we'll all fall into the ice
We'll
cream.
all dunk in there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully his ice cream gets sold, makes a lot of money out of there, hopefully he sponsors and shares that money. But yeah, make sure you check that out. Lec ice cream, if you've never heard about it, Charles Leclerc sponsored.
Well, you
ice
can't check it
cream
out here because we're in the U.S., but if you're listening in Italy,
in Italy. We have fans all worldwide, Mexico,
buon appetito.
Italy. Yeah, now we move on to the main event, the Spanish Grand Prix. We were there last year. We
Last
were not
year.
there this year.
Sadly, it's been a year
It's been a year.
since our European adventure.
Went fast.
It was a lot of fun last year that we went. David went as a luchador. We went a lot of great people. It created a lot of havoc. Basically a walking party, you know.
Yeah, it was good. It was
that
fun.
that train ride back, a lot of fun, sweating, you know. So if you've never been to a Grand Prix, Spanish Grand Prix is a great one to start. There's always good people there.
environment. It was a good environment.
Even with the Dutch fans and everybody that was there. So it's a good one to start off.
Yeah, and then like we've talked about other races, this one's relatively easy to get to the race, get
This
to the
one is, yeah.
circuit. There's a train that takes you there, brings you back. It's pretty easy to get on. It's pretty easy to get to this train from anywhere in Barcelona. Take the subway, get to the train, boom, you're out there. We've talked about other races in the past. Austin, kind of a nightmare getting in and out
Yeah.
of there. Mexico City is actually another really easy one. There's a train, there's a metro that takes you right there all around Mexico City. That one's pretty. That one gets. I mean, all of these trains and all this public transportation gets absolutely packed.
Yeah.
They shove you in there.
A good
close the door.
old Japanese shoving in there.
The Tokyo,
The
they
To-
shove you in.
Yeah.
Close the
Yeah.
doors. On
Yep.
you go. But I mean, at least you can get there and it's pretty easy.
Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. You know, you don't have to be stressing that much. You're gonna be
No.
packed. It's gonna be a lot of people, but like David said, it's pretty easy to get there. In the city of Barcelona, a great city, great food. Yeah, and a great environment. we start, and then we get into this Grand Prix with qualifying being really, really close, really close.
So it was a tight qualifying.
Yeah, Norris takes pole for the second time in his career. Were we gonna get a repeat of Russia 2020? I think it was 2021. I know for a fact 2021, right? We didn't. He didn't win though, so
maybe.
Yeah, Verstappen.
Well, actually,
kind of.
I think kind of. I
Kind
guess
of.
we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there when we get there.
Well, Verstappen wins the Spanish Grand Prix as a lot of people might have predicted, but it wasn't so straightforward as other people might have predicted, right?
Yeah, we get into turn 1, lap 1. Very eventful first 3 laps.
It was.
We get lap 1. Russell with a super move
Yeah.
to take the lead of the race.
Yeah, he took
Sadly,
over
Huge
really
lunge.
sadly short lead. Max takes it over and then race is over.
Yeah, so Verstappen takes that was a
Lap
crucial
3.
overtake right
It
there.
was lap 3. Norris got bogged down behind
Yeah,
Russell for a while, and it was just Max's race to lose from that point.
it was. But it wasn't. But where we have seen in the past where Verstappen has looked like super in control and he ran with it, this race was not like it. It looked like he was being hunted by the McLaren of Lando Norris.
Yeah, once McLaren went on a different strategy, he held out on that first stint by a good amount of laps, comes back, starts charging through the pack
Yeah.
on fresher tires. And then this is where I think what we were saying earlier about relating it to the Sochi incident. For those who were not maybe watching F1 at that time, Norris took pole. He's racing. It's a wet race. Hamilton is hunting him down.
Yeah,
And no, it wasn't a wet race. Then it became a wet race.
it became a wet race.
Started
That's what-
raining with like 5 laps to go, something like that. Something small.
Yeah,
And Norris gambles by holding track position and not going in
For tires.
for intermediates,
intermediate
or
tires.
wets, whatever it would have been. I think it was intermediates. That turns out to be the wrong decision. Lewis, having his experience, says, nope, this is going to get wet. Goes in, intermediate. After like 1 lap, he's on him. He's on Norris. Norris loses it on the corner.
Yeah.
Struggles to even get back to the pits at that point.
yeah, because
it was too wet.
It's too wet. He's no traction at all, dude. No
Just
traction.
slipping and sliding the
Yeah.
whole way. Hamilton ends up winning that race. Norris, I don't know, he finished horribly. Like
I think he finished like 6th or something
yeah,
like that.
I don't know. It was bad.
It was bad.
But anyways,
But tops off to Norris because he made that decision in that Russia Grand Prix. And in this Grand Prix, there was a lot of like
there was a lot of discussion with him and his team.
him and his team, dude. And him, I mean,
Right.
tops off to him to being confident and having those decisions. Yeah, we should do that. No, we shouldn't do that, right? Giving them a lot of feedback where sometimes the engineer's the one you just listen to him, right? You're
Yeah.
just racing and he sees the overall picture. But Norris has really grown from there, and now he's making those big boy decisions and almost gets them the win, you know?
And of
So-
course, hindsight is 2020. But I think he should have held on for that 2-stopper.
Oh, on this one?
Yeah, coming in, losing track position. He came out not in the worst spot, but I think he could have held on because there was like 20 laps left, and he had like a 17-second gap, something
Yeah.
like that. And it's like, dude, and I think that would have put more pressure on Max having to catch him, which is something that Max hasn't done in a while. So I think it would have, because then him getting chased is like, okay, at this point he's kind of used to him getting chased. He can hold the lead. He can manage his tires. We see Norris taking in the 3rd stop, making a charge back to Verstappen. Once Norris gets to, I think it was like 5 second-ish, the gap, Verstappen says, okay, and boom, everything was equalized at that point. Verstappen held that gap.
Yeah.
Like, he's used to that. I think it would have been better. Obviously, you're putting yourself at a little bit of a sitting duck situation. If he does catch you fast, well, then you end up in 2nd place anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, you make a good point there. I think the only thing with like that, if he would have held on that 2-stopper, is that we don't know how much, like, I wonder how much those tires really go off. Like, if you keep pushing them and pushing them, do they like, is it like plateaued and then you get to a point and they just drop off and you have no grip? So
Well,
your pace,
it's like it's exponential, right? Like
it goes
It
away.
gets worse and worse and worse, like steeper curve.
Okay.
But
So you don't think it's flat and then it just drops off completely?
No,
you
I
think,
mean,
you think it's more
well,
like this?
I mean, it's kind of, but it's exponential, right? So it's like at some point it's just vertical,
Yeah.
like it's just falling off. But I think he had enough life in those tires. I think the way he was racing, he was fine on that two stopper. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously hindsight's 2020.
Yeah.
Race is over. We know he took second, so I can say yeah, he should have traded this and that. But who the hell am I?
You're being one. But now looking at McLaren, dude, and Norris really challenging Verstappen. Is this gonna be a Verstappen Norris fight for the rest of the season, or what are we looking
because
at?
we keep seeing, we see Ferrari now dipping form, not looking like that second place team.
Tripping over each other, you know.
Yeah, we see some fight between Sainz and Leclerc, which I mean I don't see Ferrari really coming back for this season, only because I think Sainz is going to be less and less cooperative.
Oh yeah.
Because why would you be? You know.
Yeah.
They kick you to the curb. I think you're gonna be less and less cooperative to maybe Team Ward or something like that. So I don't know if if they come back. We see McLaren looking like they're a little stronger now.
Yeah.
Leclerc Hamilton taking his first podium in over a year, first time this season.
Yeah.
I don't know. We've seen this before where it looks like a team gets momentum and then Red Bull continue to run off with it.
Yeah. It's just, it feels different, dude. It feels like McLaren might have a chance to really push Verstappen to the edge. And, I mean, better for us. More racing, better,
I mean,
you know? Better racing for us, you know? More
which
exciting.
is why we tune into IndyCar. Check out our IndyCar episodes because this is exactly what happens in IndyCar week in, week out.
Yeah.
It's you don't know who's going to win halfway through the race. You don't know who's going to win 20 laps to go. It's always like this every single week. Which is, I mean, why we watch IndyCar, which will we hope F1 can become in terms of the competitive, in terms of, I guess, predictability.
Yeah.
Jinx. Yeah, in terms of the predictability of it, because like we were saying, Verstappen takes a crucial overtake in lap 3, but then at that point, it's really Verstappen's to lose. And it's not, he's under some pressure, but it doesn't seem like it was that much of like, he still got it done pretty, I think, easily for him.
It wasn't like a miracle he pulled it off, you know? I mean, he still did a great job because, I mean, if we compare it to the next thing, which is his teammate, Sergio Perez, he didn't do anything, dude. He had 3-place penalty, but he moves up to 8th, but the cars in front of him, he should have totally passed those. I know it's a Spanish Grand Prix. I know it's hard to overtake there.
We see Piastri kind of move through the pack up and down. Obviously, he only ends up in 7th, in one position above Checo.
Yeah.
But at least Piastri looked like he was moving the whole race.
Yeah.
Checo stagnant the whole race, not really doing anything the whole race. And is this like the upgrades that they brought? I think, I don't know who said they're like downgrades, that their car has really come off. Now, is this showing that Max Verstappen is truly that talented? I think it is.
I think it is. I think it's showing that he is really, really talented. Obviously, he has a good car, but you still need some talent to make that car be first, right? So I think you're right. He is showing his skills as far as a driver, because Checo, bro, he's battling them, dude. Sorry, my language, but he's battling the Alpines, and Alpines are not looking that strong.
That was like the only battle that you saw in the race where it was like they actually brought that up because there was nothing else he really did.
Yeah.
But also going up against Alpine, that's not really.
Yeah, he shouldn't be nowhere near that.
Yeah, he should be
nowhere near there.
He should have been battling Lando or even Hamilton.
Yeah. At least,
at least taking the fight to the Mercedes there, like it was. And I mean, I guess he doesn't get knocked out Q1 for the 3rd race in a row, but might as well have.
Got 8th place. I mean, we'll see. Hopefully he can turn it around. He did post on Instagram that this was a good start as far as maybe they're trying something new, so they have a good foundation, and now they can just build up from here. But yeah, good thing for the Alpines. They scored. They both scored points. They had a rough start to the season, so it looks like maybe things are back in track. They have a new team director. I forgot his name. Fabio something. He had a lifetime ban. Ban got revoked.
Lifted
in 2013 or 2010 or something like that. If you don't know the drama behind that, he basically told the driver to crash on purpose so Fernando Alonso can win. So then they figured that out, because then the driver who crashed, whistleblow to FIA, and then he got a lifetime ban. But then now it's removed. So now he's coming back to Alpine. Hopefully, get them in the correct direction.
And
the
I
right
think
direction.
taking over a team where he doesn't have to tell them to crash on purpose. They'll do it themselves. They'll do it themselves, those guys.
Yeah, so good to see him back. Hopefully, Alpine making big moves. So hopefully they're back on top. The RB didn't look too strong. I know
the V carbs are just
whatever they brought.
Doo-doo, man.
Yeah, whatever they brought, it's not working.
Absolute poop school over there at V carb, whatever Visa Red Bull or Visa Cash
There's
App,
100
Red Bull,
different sponsors.
yeah, whatever it is, they
Those
are
both
looking.
full beans. RB
Yeah, might as well throw an FB in there.
Yeah, an FB.
FBRB.
So, but Daniel Ricciardo finishing above Yuki. Maybe Ricciardo sleeping a little bit easier now that he finished above his teammate.
I mean, he finished below Stroll. Frankie's favorite racer, Stroll. Like, it's not
Can't
good
even
from
say that. That's not even funny.
Frankie over here
Stroll.
loves Lance Stroll.
Yeah.
Don't
He's like
even say
Frankie. If he could, which we might get him, is like he'd wear Lance Stroll t-shirt, Lance Stroll shorts,
Lance Stroll Shrine.
Lance Stroll thong.
Everything Lance Stroll.
He would.
But that's for a topic for another day. When there isn't a race
You'll
weekend,
hear
we'll
my
talk about our
comments on
favorite
that.
drivers. No, besides that, it was a good race for Verstappen. Norris now being a little disappointed that he finished second place because he knows
Good to hear that anger and hunger from him.
he
Yeah,
knows
you
that
can
he
hear
could
that.
have won this race and this was his race to win, doing the job on Saturday and just needed to finish the job on Sunday. But, I mean, you live and you learn. Now he's going to Austria, Silverstone. Austria has always been a really good race to him.
I think his first podium
yep.
finish on Austria
Exactly.
2020.
Yep. So we'll see how he does there. I'm pretty sure they're going to be strong, dude. They're going to be strong, I feel like, wherever Red Bull's strong. So Red
Yeah,
Bull's
so it'll-
typically strong there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's everything from me.
I
David.
think Magnussen will Magnussen be participating in Austria because he got a penalty today. I don't know if he has a suspension.
Oh, I haven't heard anything about it.
I haven't heard anything about it either, but I believed. Well, I thought that one more penalty and he's out.
Yeah,
yeah.
one more penalty point, huh?
Because
They received a
Hulkenberg.
5-second penalty for speeding in the pit
Oh,
lane.
but Hulkenberg and Magnussen. I thought both of them received 5
Oh,
seconds.
it just says Hulkenberg and
And
Sonoda.
Tsunoda.
Maybe I heard wrong. Maybe he will be
Yeah.
there. Never mind.
Yeah.
Don't listen to me. I'm an idiot.
He lives for another day. And I guess on that bombshell, Frankie, anything to say?
That was just an exciting race. Seeing Norris like on the radio, like where he was like, "No, like we can't do anything else. Like I need to get Max."
Yeah.
And then you can obviously see like Hamilton going after like Russell, being like, "No, like I'm taking this."
It was a definitely more exciting race than last year because last year it was hot. I'm pretty sure it was hot this weekend too, but it was hot. It was boring.
Hot. It was raining and quali.
Yeah. So
Actually, quickly, did you hear the cool down room?
I did not. Oh yeah, I did.
So did you hear the exchange between Lando and Max? They're showing the replay, and Max saying, "Oh, I had a rally, and I had to rally a bit because Lando kind of pushes him off the side a little, and then Lando's like, "There's plenty of room." Them being such good friends, they have not had to compete at this level against each other. Do you think that fractures their friendship?
I think a
yeah,
few
seeing that
more
in their
incidents, and then we're gonna start seeing some fractures turn.
No
to
more
cracks.
paddle games. No more,
No more.
whatever they do together.
Yeah.
You'll start seeing some fractures in faces.
Because the way, at least, I mean, I don't know their relationship, right? And I don't know, not being a racer, I don't know, like obviously growing up playing soccer with you, it's like if for whatever reason we were playing against each other and we had a video evidence, obviously we would be like, dude, you hit me hard there. Like, nah, that was soft.
Yeah.
Like, and then it wouldn't really matter at the end of the day, right? Whatever, we would go eat afterwards and it wouldn't be an issue. So obviously this could be that, or could it be the start of Max Verstappen, Lando Norris going down Beef Street?
I hope it's a beef street.
Beef Street. Beef Street.
Beef street. But if it's a beef street, that would be good, dude. Because
That'll be good.
we'll see the fiery and Verstappen out. Then maybe we get Zach Brown in there. I don't know. I guess you're just
Oh,
gonna.
Zach Brown v Horner. They just start like we get a rumble going on.
Yeah, then we get a freaking helmet in there. I want to see his moves.
So I'm bringing a car.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess you're gonna have to tune in and make sure you like and subscribe to this video so we can see what happens in the future. And with that, Full Beans signing out.
See you.
Don't know what to do with their lives and feel like they're stuck. You just got to keep going. You just got to keep pushing forward, looking ahead, looking at what you can achieve day to day. How can you make yourself be better? Whether that's running one lap every day. Maybe that's doing an extra push-up every day. Maybe conversating with a new person. Do something. Because being in bed, just saying that you're going to do something is not good enough. And confidence. Confidence is a big thing too. Be confident in yourself. So that's what I would say.
That's Full Beans motivation for you.
Yeah.
Available on YouTube. We'll have an hour of Ozzy just talking to you.
I will.
Motivating you.
Do something.
I'll share my stories. I'll share my key moments where I have gotten from point A to point B.
One of those key moments happened on a volleyball court.
I did. A key figure. A quick story. A key figure. Steve. Steve is a key.
Okay.
Jumping
many years to Steve.
Yeah, but just a little preview, you know, a key person, Steve. Just because we all know who Steve is, you know. Steve's the GOAT.
Steve brought us. Well, no. Steve brought Frankie into our lives.
He gave us the opportunity to meet Frankie, you know. So, props out to Steve. Hopefully he's still... Is he still...
You were already bugging around in my life for many years at that point.
Yeah. Actually, the reason I got in there is because of David, so...
Yeah.
True. Ozzy's a little hard-headed sometimes.
And
he doesn't like taking
David,
advice
and David,
the first time
David
around.
loves Steve, so he just had to promote